This is important to understand. A lot of the viewers I hear from are on fixed incomes and Medicare. As I found out, this could happen to anyone.
His last days were made hell because of all this.
Recently widowed, 79-year-old Shirley Birch is faced with a bill she can't pay.
The bill was $37,001.57.
Last year, her husband Earl suffered a stroke. The emergency was severe enough that medical professionals requested a helicopter fly Earl from his home in Cuba to the hospital in Fenton.
I had no choice in this at all. They just told me this is what they're going to do. And my husband is laying there, and I don't know if he's going to die or not, so I'm not questioning anything.
The VA has examined this case multiple times. At this point, a spokesperson says their hands are tied based on the way the law is written. Today, I reached out to Congressman Jason Smith's office, that's the district where Shirley lives, to see if they are aware of any possible solutions. Of course, I'll let you know what happens. At 79 and on a fixed income, this bill from evac was impossible for Shirley Birch to pay.
I don't know how anybody can take care of this.
Last year, her husband Earl suffered a stroke. He was airlifted from his home in Cuba, Missouri to the hospital in Fenton. Earl had VA coverage and Medicare Part A, but neither paid 1 cent of the bill. The president of evac, based in O'Fallon, saw my original I-Team report.
Essentially, this poor woman got caught between two federal agencies.
So get this, Seth Meyers felt compelled to wipe out Shirley's entire bill after her story aired.
I was very surprised. In fact, I broke into tears when I was on the phone with him.
We're there to help and felt that this was really egregious, the way she was treated.
But here's the reality. evac is a for-profit business. Myers can't wipe out everyone's bill or he's out of business.
Closest available aircraft is going to be evac 88.
From evac's command center in St. Charles County, crews dispatch helicopters across 16 states to deliver patients from rural areas to major cities, often for emergency care.
You'll have a patient in the CCU.
So I asked, why did Shirley and her husband Earl fall through the insurance cracks?
Should VA have covered a portion of this bill?
Well, VA wants a pre-authorization, and then they will pay.
Is there any way to get pre-authorization in reality in a situation like this? It's a health emergency.
That is very difficult. You're absolutely correct.
For privacy reasons, the VA won't comment on Shirley's husband, but a spokesperson says helicopter bills will be paid if certain criteria are met, including veteran is financially liable for the treatment, and the veteran has no other coverage under a health plan that would pay. Both applied to Earl Birch, so it's still unclear why the VA did not pay. When it comes to Medicare Part A, which Earl had, helicopter transport isn't covered, period. You must have Medicare Part B. This is a complex topic, and almost every insurance provider handles air transport differently.
Do you believe the system is messed up?
I think the majority of the payers, of the commercial payers, are doing a good job. We've got some folks, like I just mentioned to you, that we are taking issue with and trying to hold them accountable.
By accountable, he means lawsuits in some states. Some private insurers pay more than others, which can leave patients with a hefty, unexpected balance.
He suffered a mild stroke.
Anita Lewis of Illinois saw my original report. Last year, her husband was airlifted by evac from Mountain Home, Arkansas to Springfield, Missouri. Her insurance provider, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Alabama, only covered $10,000 of the $39,000 bill, leaving her with a huge balance.
So I owe almost $29,000. Unless it's happened to somebody, I don't think they're aware of it. And I don't understand. I've written to my congressman, I've written to, all these people, and we're so big about Obamacare and all these other things, but this is really devastating to people.
Lewis says she's on a payment plan of $50 a month, which will take 40 years to pay. So how do you protect yourself? Call your insurance provider. Ask them, do they pay for helicopter transportation? And if they do, ask if they pay the bill in full. That's an important distinction. It's a call almost nobody makes until it's too late.
If it helps somebody else not to go through with what I've gone through, it's all been worth it.
Chris Nagus, News 4 investigates.